Now we are going to proceed with setting up the X valve. What exactly is it? We will navigate into the settings menu, and there, within the valve section, we can clearly observe X valve 14. What precisely does this particular designation signify or imply? This means the distance from where the probe fires to the start of the sample, from where the beam exits to the beginning of the sample. We need to enter this distance. Why do we need this? So that in the future, when we measure defects, we don't measure from the middle. Measuring from the start of the sample, the ruler can have an effect. That's why we need to set up Excel. So what do? We consistently find the strongest and most prominent signal, mon jeton. Before this, we had already meticulously set it up so that it should clearly show a significant amplitude at a precise depth of exactly 100 millimeters. We adjust for the strongest signal and we see that the SA shows exactly 100, about 100. We check on the sample itself, and also look at the caliber. We carefully look at the blocks where our mark is and measure, since here we simply measure the distance to the start of the sample. This will be 13 millimeters. We can measure more precisely if we imagine one more line. 13 millimeters. We go into the menu. The second column and set the X file. 13. Now let me show you exactly what this particular item is for. We take the main calibrator, which we will use for calibration, with holes of 3 millimeters, like this, up to 3 millimeters. And we can clearly see a significant defect here. We often find some kind of noticeable defect indeed. In decibels up to 80 on the monitor. Before that, we move the gate. We see where the defect is. We walk, press this button, and immediately 80% of the screen shows our defect. We find the maximum peak. Again, we set it, wait for 80% on the monitor, and then another peak. So what does it show us? It shows us the distance. What kind of defect do we see? The distance to the defect is 1.1 millimeters. So this distance is not from the center, since we enabled the shaft. Here, specifically 11. This is the visible defect. We observe two distinct surfaces. It clearly indicates a depth of 14. We can double check to confirm this. Yes, indeed, it's about 14 millimeters, and the distance I get is, and this is 19 here from the center, it will be 19.